Hello and welcome to this pre-match live show. And today is third T20I between India women and South Africa women. It has not been a good start for the women in blue. Two matches, two losses, and today they will hope Johannesburg can be a lucky ground for them. At least today with a win, they can avoid the series loss as of now. But for the home side, I think it has been a fantastic comeback from whatever they showed in the New Zealand series. I think from that the way they have performed in all three departments in the first two games against India, I think superb. And for them, they are looking to win this game and seal the series in third game only. Tushani, but right now it is not a good news from Johannesburg, right? The toss
Yeah,
has been
if
taken.
you are wondering why is my eyes growing big and what am I seeing, I'm just seeing that you guys have already,
Yeah,
made 100
lots of
comments.
comments. Yeah.
Exactly. We are just, we were 2 minutes late, and you can blame our editor Anushka for that, because I was giving her an edit brief. But yes, I'm not sure, Snehashish, whether it is a good news or bad news as an Indian fan to that the match is delayed and the toss is delayed, because right now it honestly seems to me that probably India could use a break. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel, though, yes, I understand, the losses come because there's a lot of experimentation going on, but also at the same time, what worries me that right after the Australia T20Is, we have
Mm,
seen a sudden dip in form. And when I say this, I know it might not sound exactly correct, but I think dip in form mentally more than the fact that they cannot bat. It seems like
yes.
suddenly either they're mentally tired because they're not used to, people have to understand that Indian women's team is not used to playing so many matches. It's great that they are playing. But, by the way, the toss has officially been delayed as of now, and the covers are still on. So let's see what happens. We'll keep updating. But yes, as I said, I think while I understand the experimentation part, the other part also
Mm,
is, Snehashish, interestingly, say for example, a Smriti Mandana. There's no experimentation there, but you can
yes.
clearly see a dip in form.
Mm,
And it is only a dip in form. The class
yes.
hasn't left her, the form
Exactly.
has. Shafali, again, we have to see the rest of the matches whether she actually keeps hitting that 40-45 mark, because 25 mark, we all know that Shafali will hit.
Mm,
Then Jemmy, again, Jemmy is pretty much
mm,
back to her usual self where she's not scoring runs again. And this inconsistency is what bothers me.
mm.
Experience is there, match practice is there, uh, class is there, talent is there, everything is there. But the performance wise, the moment you look at them, the inconsistency worries me. Not of someone like Anushka Sharma, because Anushka might not even make it to the playing 11. But think of someone like Deepthi Sharma. For all you abuse her, the truth of the story is she's a very, very important cog in the Indian
Yes.
win. And she looks horribly clueless, not even out of form. It seems like cricket has left her.
Mm. Yes.
So that is kind of worrying me, and I feel at
Mm.
least, if not everyone, at least Deepthi needs a break of a match, and then she can come back.
Yes. Absolutely. Maybe a mental break can work for her. But usually, experimentation is okay. You are trying different combination. It is fine. Ahead of the World Cup, you are trying different options also to see where your bench strength is, where you stand as a unit. It's fine. But what about the approach, or you are giving debut to a player. In the next game only you are not taking her. So someone like Kashmi Gautam. First game you gave that debut cap, second game you dropped her. Second game you gave another debut cap to Anushka Sharma. In this game, will you be surprised not to see her if she doesn't make the playing 11, or do you see that this is not a proper approach from a management, that you are not at least giving 2 or 3 games to a debutant?
You are asking me if I will be surprised if our playing 11 changes.
Yes.
That train has sailed. I'm not surprised anymore. Like if you suddenly wake up and I see that, completely the T20 squad has changed, I won't be surprised. Because that is how, fortunately for us, Amol Majumdar and Harmanpreet have got the results. It's
Yes.
the surprise element. I think that is the way they surprise the teams as well. कि आज क्या नया करेंगे, आज कुछ अनोखा करते हैं. And which is what worked, to be honest. Shafali bowling, getting that wicket. Why are you burning, Snehashish?
No,
There's
it's
something
fine.
behind, too much light behind you.
But
Light wise burning, you are not on fire,
okay,
relax.
okay, okay. Oh, maybe, maybe the light, maybe then.
You are almost like, where is the emergency exit? No, but the point is, see, I think at this point, as I said, when you're experimenting, it's not something that you're really putting our head in. But yes, I was just kind of surprised that, or rather, Snehashish, what worries me, or is a
Hmm.
bit of a concern, is it almost feels like our 11 is only not settled.
Yes.
Like when the series was starting, I thought the experimentation will happen around the remaining 4 5 players. Your 11 should be settled. Now keep the form a little aside. I'm just saying, if you
Hmm.
have the form also aside, clearly Renuka will not be match fit for all the matches. You
Exactly.
will be managing her workload. Who will you
Yes.
manage it with? Is it Kranti? Is it Arun? And if it's Kranti, then Kranti's form is a concern, a huge concern.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
also somewhere she will go with the team,
Hmm.
or at least logic says so.
Yes.
But the management believes in a lot of magic as well. So you don't know. Now, if Anushka plays, if Anushka is dropped today, and when I say dropped, I'm not saying in the bad sense of the term dropped, that
Hmm.
she
Hmm.
did
Hmm.
not perform. If she is asked to sit out, and say a Bharti Fulmali is tried out, 3 matches, you have tried 3 different players, give 2 matches each at least. I mean, last game, Snehashish, you could have given Aru a break and
Yes.
continued with Kashvi. Because
Yes.
Aru, and I'm continuously saying, if Arundhati Reddy is not in that flight to England, you are making the biggest mistake you can. Same goes for someone like
Definitely.
a Renuka. Same goes for someone like Deepti. Because Deepti, look, you have to understand, Deepti anyway was not
Hmm.
a T20 batting champion. It was her bowling that made the difference.
Yes.
Now, the bowling is not making any sort of difference. But
Impact.
also, she has that, she has that in her repertoire. She has the variations, she has the knack. And okay, an interesting update: toss has been delayed due to lightning, not due to
Okay.
rain, but due to lightning.
Okay.
That is extremely interesting. And for a
Hmm.
second in my head, I thought it's lightning, I should switch off the fan and AC, but I suddenly remembered I am in India, Kolkata, safe from any lightning. Cover still firmly in place, although not entirely sure if it is drizzling at the moment. That is what ESPN Cricinfo is saying.
Hmm. So this is the update that we are getting from South Africa via
Yeah.
ESPN Quick Info. And obviously, let's see, whenever the match start, let's see what surprises the team management have for today, which
Yeah.
11 players turn up for today's game. But whoever turn up, so we just hope that India can win this game, because if they lose today, the series is gone. Yes, eventually in the long term, maybe this series result will not make any that kind of a difference. But still,
Yeah.
going into a tournament, going into a World Cup, you need that winning momentum. Winning is also a habit. You need that good habit. And going
Correct.
into a series, England series and then World Cup, you need to have that momentum. You need some players clicking, especially your sure shot players like Smriti Mandana, Jemima Rodriguez, Harmanpreet
Hmm.
Kaur, with the ball, someone like Renuka, Arundhati. You need these players clicking, having that form. Maybe you
Hmm.
can lose the game, but still you have that confidence. Okay, our sure shot experienced players are in amongst the form, and they can come good in whenever the big matches will be around the corner. Okay, Tushar, is better, I think, for us to take the comments. There are a lot of comments. I think it's better to take
Yeah.
those only.
Yeah, I mean, even before we came live, people had started questioning. भाई लोग इतने सवाल कहाँ से लाते हो? Mahal is saying weather report. Weather report, as I just said, ESPN Cricinfo says that toss has been delayed due to lightning. Covers are still firmly in place, although not entirely sure if it is still drizzling at the moment. Snehachish and I unfortunately could not go to South Africa
Yes.
because of Strait of
Why?
Hormuz. Because of Strait of Hormuz. No, we were not going via that. You have to take a flight via Middle East, and that was the problem. Anyway, so Gisht is saying they should definitely experiment full Mali today and please play in six bowling options because they lack variety otherwise. I agree on the full Mali part. I also agree on the six bowling options part, Snehashish. This is one thing that we have been screaming from the top of our voice, and from the match that India actually brought in the sixth bowling option in the World Cup 2025, it worked in your favor.
Absolutely. I think in white ball format, it has become mandatory right now in modern day cricket that you need six bowling options. Yeah, I'm not saying that six proper bowling options, but at least five proper bowling
One
options
all rounder,
and
correct, correct,
one supporting option that at least who can come and bowl you those crucial 2 overs at least in a T20 game,
correct.
and maybe work for you. On a day where one of your primary bowlers might struggle, and then that option can come up and surprisingly can change the momentum of the game with few
Yeah,
wickets, or maybe can put up little bit of pressure with two tight overs. That can
yeah,
happen. I think that is
yeah.
why in modern T20s, I think that six bowling options is very much needed, and for India going into the World Cup, I think it is very much needed. If you ask me, definitely Dipti Sriyanka will be there as your spinner. Ensri Charani will be there as your spinners. So three spinners will be there. And when it comes to pacers, I would love to see someone like Arundhati, Amanjot, and Kashmi. Any two of these three, and one
Now
out and out
Amanjot
pacer.
can't fly from South Africa, from India to South Africa. No,
No, I'm saying the in
World
World
Cup
Cup match.
squad.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
uh,
completely agree. I don't understand why would Amanjot not make it to the World Cup squad. It is a very difficult thing to
exactly.
understand. Yeah,
Exactly. So two of those three spinners and one out and out pacers, Kranti or
yeah.
Renuka. I think this proper six bowling options should be there for India, and also with the inclusion of someone like two of these three like Arundhati, Amanjot and Kashmi, the batting also looks a bit lengthy because Sri Lanka can chip in
But
with
can
the
I
bat.
cut you in between and ask you something? So
Yeah,
my question will be this: that do you think, and I liked how you categorized Kranti and Renuka in the same, kind of what do you
out
call
and
that? I
out
was
game.
going to say folder. It just shows how much we work with Google Drives and drives. I was going to say you put them in the same folder. I mean, you put them in the same category, and you
Yeah.
are absolutely correct. Out and out bowlers who cannot bat, while Kranti and Renuka won't agree with you that they can't bat, but yeah, that's the case, right? Mm, but here's my question: do you think that, as you said, one out of the two is not happening, and both the bowlers are going because of Renuka's injury and workload management?
Yes, I think that is there in the mind of the management. I think, see, Renuka's workload should be managed. There is no doubt. We only discussed that ahead of the series. That
Yeah,
we might not see Renuka playing all the 5 games, and it's understandable because for the last 1 year, the way the fitness has been, Renuka's. If you see,
yeah.
he struggled initially of 2024. Then she played the WPL. She did enough well in the World Cup, but we saw during practice sessions how she was struggling initially with her fitness, right?
Mm.
And then management in then decided to to manage her workload in different games, using her in different games. I think she played that Pakistan games. After that, she didn't play. I think few games. Then she made a comeback. So I think even in this World Cup, and as we're seeing in this series also, I think we might not see Renuka Singh Thakur in all the games. We already didn't see her in the T20, second T20. Even in England, I think we might see 2 of the 3 games. You might see Renuka Singh Thakur playing. Though in England, Renuka will be your best bet with all the experience and the amount of swing she can generate. She is the best option for you under England conditions. But still, I think that throughout the World Cup we might not see Renuka because Renuka's fitness is a concern. and that is why the workload management comes in. That is why maybe you need those pace bowling options like Kranti. And if really want to include someone like Bharati Fulmali, to include that far power, then the options become someone like Arundhati Reddy maybe in that category along with Renuka and Kranti. That do you really want to add Arundhati Reddy or Renuka or Kranti as a single out and out pace bowling option? But in that case, you only have five proper bowling options. Then Shefali's
Correct.
roles become bigger. Then Shefali needs to bowl more. At least 2 overs from Shefali needs to be there. Otherwise, you don't have a proper six bowling option, and that can be problematic.
Just give me 1 second.
Yes, yes.
Just check the group, check our group quickly.
Okay, okay.
Hmm. Yeah, Gisht is saying Anushka should be backed instead of full Mali. It would be better if Anushka makes it into the World Cup squad, as she can learn something which will help her on future.
Yeah, Anushka.
Yeah,
See, I think Anushka is a very good talent. There is no doubt about that.
yeah.
I think she had a decent debut. I will not go into the strike rate and all. Obviously, it was not up to the mark. But see, this was her first game, first international game, and it is not easy. You are facing South Africa in South Africa. It is not going to be easy. And I think the way Shefali was playing at that time, that gave her that platform, that chance that okay, she can take few time before ultimately going for that acceleration. Unfortunately, she couldn't convert, but she's a good talent. There is no doubt, and she can bowl also. She is a all-round option. She is not only a batter; she is also an all-round option. So I think good option. But will she get a chance in the World Cup squad? Still, I am not
Hmm.
sure. Only one
Hmm.
match she has played. If she gets more chances and she can perform in one or two games, then maybe the team management might think, okay, let's take Anushka Sharma as a backup option, as an all-round option, or maybe as a proper batter. That can happen, but still, I am not sure because if you ask me, there are enough 15, 16 options that India can choose apart from Anushka. So I think as of now, Anushka Sharma is not a sure shot for me in that World Cup squad.
But here's my question: why I completely understand where Gisht is coming from.
Hmm.
And she has written that she or he. I'm sorry, Gisht. I'm assuming your gender. Sorry.
We are yet to know.
But huh?
We are yet to know that.
Yeah, we are yet to know that because it's Git. So no idea. The name also does not signify anything. So okay, anyway. Also the team just can't play Fulmali now. She doesn't fit the combination, nor is she a backup for anyone. And Anushka is a much better fielder and can also run better between wickets. See, this is what I also feel, that while I completely understand what you're saying, and I'm absolutely not for Anushka going to this World Cup because I feel it might do her more harm than actually help her, because she's too raw is what I feel. The potential is absolutely there, but I would have both the Sharma ji ki betis Nandini Sharma and Anushka Sharma play one more WPL, and then take them to the Indian team. And I have been
Fine.
saying this every day. There is nothing new, but I also agree with Gitch on the fact that where will you play full Mali? Because
Yes.
look, you cannot tell me that Fulmali will play instead of Deepti. Deepti in
No.
her worst form also brings two things to the table and make it three. Because if you remember, Snehashish, if you go back to the important matches of World Cup 2025, Deepti was there in a leadership role.
Hmm?
She was part of the leadership group along with Harman, Smriti, and the Jemmy, of course, has a lot to say to everyone. But in general, who can forget the way Jemmy would go and talk to Laura Woolward and teach her how to bat, and also how to chase. But honestly, I am generally scared of Jemmy when she goes and speaks to Marizanekat, not to anybody else. Because Woolward is a very calm and composed character, so it's fine. But yeah, as Gitch has correctly written, the point being, if you look at the team, you do not see a
Hmm.
Bharti Fulmali's place at all. And
Yeah.
that is where I'm actually wondering that is India going without a backup? Not by any means. Like I'm sure they'll take
Hmm.
15 people. I'm not saying that they will not take 15 people, but those 50 in those 15, 16, do they have proper backup? Anushka is
Mm.
a good backup for someone like a Jemmy, I get it. But Anushka, I don't
Yes,
think is prepared to be in that shoes right now.
yes. Yeah, absolutely. It's very early days for Anushka Sharma. But with the Bharati Fulmali thing, I mentioned that thing, na, that if you really want to include Bharati Fulmali in the playing 11, then you have to drop someone like Arundhati Reddy or maybe a Kashmir
Yeah,
Gautam. And then you are getting again shortened with the bowling options. You have only five proper bowling options. Then Shefali Verma needs to bowl, or maybe if you're playing Anushka needs to be told that you have to bowl at least 2 overs. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. With only five bowling options, it is very difficult in modern day cricket to play, especially in this format. So I think with Bharti, if you really want to see what she can do, these three games are the last chances. If you don't try hard in these three games, don't take her to the England series and obviously for the World Cup. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense that she is going to a World Cup despite not playing a game after a comeback. She just made a comeback in the squad and she has not played a single game at all till now. She is just with the squad. And then if she goes to the World Cup, it doesn't make any sense. It's better to take someone like I think Snehrana as a backup for
correct.
Dipti or for maybe Shriyanka Patil. That makes more sense than taking Bharti Fulmali as a backup option for the World
I completely agree with you on that note, but also it's a concern as far as I am concerned. It's
Cup.
a concern. Wow, what lack of vocab. But anyway, the team has to play in full Mali as in both the matches. The last 5 over have proved to be a major concern for India, and with the addition of full Mali, even Richa can play freely as we would then have more firepower. I think Anushka could be tried out after this World Cup as the sample size is too small to take her into the World Cup squad. Bhanumati, while I kind of agree with you, but I kind of disagree with you because with Bharti Fulmali also, you don't have a
And
sample size because you are
yeah,
carrying her in the team. You are not actually playing her. You're not giving her the chance to add to that sample size. You cannot take someone in the squad without having played a single match. अभी क्या ही बोल सकते हैं? You can't say that, oh, you know what, she carries water really well, so let's take her. Or she played well in WPL because I don't think she consistently played well in WPL. I
exactly.
buy the for I buy the firepower point. She can hit long, but at the same time, we have seen she's not consistent in WPL, and you have not tried her in the international, international circuit. And I agree with what Gitch has written after that. No, Anushka is much better than Fulmali. We also saw in the WPL. She's also a great fielder and can also chip in with an over. That is there.
Hmm. She needs to bowl. I think management should
Yeah.
talk to her and it should be a clear message to her that we are looking at you as an all-round option. She cannot play
Yeah.
only as a bat, especially in current scenario. Going forward, when she is established, or maybe if she thinks that I can, contribute more as a batter, then it's fine. That is going forward. But as of now,
Mm.
if she is playing, I think she needs to be told that you are playing as an all-rounder. You need to chip in, with those crucial 2 overs at least. Otherwise, it's very difficult, Anushka, to get into the playing.
Okay, good news, guys. The covers are coming off, and the players are slowly, coming out on the field, and probably they will start doing their warm ups. So maybe we'll hear on the toss. Let's continue with the comments. Bhanumati Bandhu is saying, Trishadi, doesn't the team already have Uma, who can be a backup for the top order batters? There is no point of carrying Anushka, but rather play full Mali as the team has been struggling with finishing. I completely understand where Bhanumati is coming from, and you cannot discard the point that once Shafali is starting well, and
Yeah.
if if the pitch is slow, Richa is not able to get on with the game, you do not have a good finisher
Hmm. Absolutely.
because,
And in
yeah,
all three losses of this year, we have seen that pattern. We got good starts, and then in the middle overs and in the last 5, 6 overs, or we faced a collapse, or we
mm,
didn't excite it as we should have been.
mm,
So I think that have been a problem. But see, I think the names are there. Richa Ghosh, Harmanpreet Kaur, they have the capability of hitting big sixes, big hits. So they can add those runs, but it is about the consistency. And for someone like Richa, I think the pitch has been a big factor. When at a pitch where the balls are coming onto the bat easily, I think Richa is doing well in a consistent manner. But when it's a bit sluggish, bits spinners are getting a bit grip or done, then Richa is struggling, and it has become a
Correct.
pattern. So I
Correct.
think, and in that case, someone like Anushka can be a good option at number four, number five. I think she can hold the innings at one end, and that can give more time to someone like Richa or maybe a set Harmanpreet Kaur to go big from the another end. But even
Correct.
and in that case, Dipti's form with the bat also became very, very vital. Dipti can hold that innings from one end also. I think the names are there, the players are there, they can do the job. It is about, a matter of those one or two innings. I think in one or two such instances when they start to click again, I think the confidence will be back and they can do the job. But overall, I think as of now, things are not looking that good, obviously.
Yes, I mean, okay, first of all, let's make the announcement that is, um, the toss will take place at 6:15 p.m. and the match will start at 6:30 p.m. Now you are
Okay.
wondering that how can we go back in time? No, these are times in the local,
Yeah.
in Johannesburg. So for
So
us,
it's
it is
9:45.
9:45 is toss,
Yeah.
and 10 o'clock the game is ideally going to start
Yeah.
if there is no further lightning, drizzle, or any other drama.
I'm
So
just thinking when
okay,
the game will end.
well, you and I will have to stay awake. What to do? But we'll come back with the post show. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, Gitch has taken things to another level. I hope the Indian team persists with Anushka, or at least tries in full Mali, so she can get duck out. So Anushka will be in squad, and Amanjot can come in place of full Mali. I recommend Gitch to the Dharma Productions because such good storytelling should not, script writing should not go waste. Okay, Gitch is saying best playing 11 for the World Cup. Smriti, Shafali or Jemmy. Okay, Amanjot, Harman, Richa, Bharti. अभी तो you said Bharti को निकाल दो. अरे भारती, काशवी, दीप्ति, श्रेयांका, अरु, रेणुका. हैं? ये चढ़नी को कहाँ फेंक दिया तुमने? तुम क्या कर रहे हो गिच? मजाक कर रहे हो क्या? हट.
श्रेयांका है उधर, श्रेयांका है.
हाँ, दीप्ति, श्रेयांका is there.
ओके,
Charni
ओके.
has been thrown out. And there is Amanjot, Kashvi, Aru, Renuka.
ओके. क्रांति नहीं है.
नहीं.
हाँ.
क्रांति आई कैन स्टिल एक्सेप्ट. प्लेइंग 11 की बात हो रही है तो रेणुका
अच्छा,
खेल रही है तो
चलेंगे.
क्रांति वैसे भी नहीं
ओके,
खेल
ओके.
रही. दैट्स फाइन.
ठीक है. हाँ, ठीक है.
Yeah.
हाँ.
Okay, Gitch. After considering a lot, I feel the team should open with Jemmy or Shafali as we can then play in Amanjot at 3, which can solve our all rounder issue. We need an all rounder in top 4. Arey Baba, to Jemmy and Shafali are all rounders. No, you are not using them. They can bowl. 1 overs, you bowl means 2 overs are bowl. One of your bowlers need to bowl just 2 more overs.
Yes.
Gitch, you just can't play with Deepthi, Shrey, Kashmi, and Aru as finishers. Deepthi has never finished a match. Correct, I agree. India doesn't have any batting all rounder, and that's the issue with them. Neither do they develop their players like RCB utilized Arush, Shrey, Radha in a much better way, whereas the Indian team doesn't do anything. People praise the coach, but he was so rigid that he played hurling till the semis, and the team didn't even play their best combination throughout the tournament. I don't understand why Radha was preferred over Sneh, who could also bat, and why 70% Renuka was preferred over Aru. Clearly, they had luck behind them. Yes, Havish, I completely agree. There was champions luck, and thankfully that was there. Because honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I was tired of crying. I was tired of heartbreak, and I told Snehashish, if this time we don't win, I am just quitting women's cricket. I can't take it anymore. And not quitting because there is a problem with the sport. But
Yeah.
you have to understand, for someone like me, the way I have cried in 2017 and 2022 after that no ball, I think after that no ball for 5 minutes in my house, everybody is like, you okay? You okay? Because I went completely silent, and anybody who knows me, when I go completely silent, it has to be a big deal because I am the chapar 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 one, which you must have seen in the show that I barely give
Now,
Snehashish time to talk, you know.
now in WPL
But
GC women giving hard time.
okay, I have just seen a comment which has intrigued me, but I'll come to the comment in a bit.
Okay,
Gitch is
okay.
again after Uma Chetri. Tell me something, Gitch. Has Uma taken some money from you and not returned or something? Why are you after her? Okay. Please, please, please either drop Uma Chetri or play her in one match and see how bad she performs and release her. Nikki Prasad, Kamalini, Anushka, Trisha Gongani are
Yeah.
much better than Uma. Kamalini, I understand, but rest Nikki Prasad and Anushka aren't keepers, no. So you
Mhm.
want a keeping backup. How can they even justify Uma's selection like it reflects the lack of talent in our country? Uma has
No,
a
no.
World Cup, Gitch. Uma has a World Cup.
And we have enough talents. We have several options as a wicketkeeper options. Mamata Madiwala, Rahila
We
Firdos, so
have
many talents.
talent. I agree with you, Snehashish.
Yeah, yeah.
But if we have talent, then why don't we have backups?
I think I think what has been surprising, I think the handle of talents in recent times. If you see,
The way
when
they
you
have
give
been
chance,
handled.
yes, I think when you give chance to G Kamalini, G Kamalini
Hmm.
was being seen at that time, maybe the next option, the backup
Hmm.
option for Richa Ghosh, wicket keeping option.
Hmm.
She can bat at the
Correct.
top, and if needed, she
Correct.
can bat in the middle order. For Mumbai Indians, she was doing that role in WPL, right? Okay, she didn't that much well in the Sri Lanka series. Understood. She got injured. She unfortunately missed the Australia tour. I understood that. She made a comeback in the domestic. She scored lots of runs. She scored 100. I can remember the 150 also. She scored in the domestic circuit. What happened then? Why not she was recalled back? Why not she
Hmm.
was recalled for this too? I don't understand. I really thought that okay, for in South Africa we might see G Kamalani as the wicket keeping option, backup option, and we might see her in action at least 2 or 3 games so that team management can understand where she stands, whether she can be taken to the World Cup or not. But suddenly, as she is not getting chances, it is mostly confirmed that she is not going to that World Cup. Suddenly, after
Correct.
one series, she is not in that radar. Done. Same happened with someone like Bharati Fulmali. You have taken her. She has made a comeback to the national stage. You have not utilized her. Same happened with Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi got a call up. Did well enough in that Sri Lanka series. Then she
Hmm.
went to play in Australia. She played there across all formats. She made debut through all formats. Even
Correct.
but but what happened? Suddenly in South Africa, ahead of the World Cup, she is not there in the T20 squad, and you cannot guarantee now whether she will be in that flight for the England series or maybe for the World Cup. So I think it has been very questionable the way the management has handled the new call ups, the new talents. But I think there are so many talents when it comes to wicket-keeping option. If you see, Trishadi, we talked about these talents in WPL. Mamata Matiwala, good talent, very good wicket-keeping option. Rahila Firdaus was pretty impressive, I think, behind the
Yeah.
wicket when Kamalini
Rahil,
got
I
in.
still think batting needs to be worked. But yeah.
Yes, as a wicketkeeper, she was good. Yeah, batting needs to be
Yeah.
worked on
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think Shipra Giri, she didn't got any opportunity for UP Warriors, but she is a good name also. So I think there are options, but somehow I think in recent times management has not managed to handle the new names properly. It should have been and could have been better, but right now that is why maybe we are struggling with the backups. But all these names that have come up from WPL, whether they're batters, bowlers, I think both me and Tushar have been saying all these names should have been tried after the World Cup only, not before the World Cup. After the World
Yeah,
Cup,
absolutely. I
a new
completely agree.
yeah, new cycle
WPL and
starts.
T20
Give
World Cup do
chance to
not
the
have.
youngsters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Completely agree. But now the comments that I'm gonna take are going to make your day, Snehashish.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how you function, but when I am upset or when I don't feel good, I do watch a lot of stand-up comedy.
Okay.
And
Okay.
this is what Havish Bandhu has literally done. I don't know if he is being he or she
Okay.
is being sarcastic
Okay.
or does mean it. Havish Bandhu is saying the team could drop Smriti and play Uma in the World Cup. They will drop Smriti Mandana. Okay? And then the next comment is outstanding. The team could drop Harman and play Huma Chamindashwari. Who is this player? Who is, as Harman needs a break. Harman can need a break. That is fine. But
But
who
who is
is
this
Huma
talent?
Chamindashwari? Yeah, exactly. And where have you found her? I hope you did not mean Huma Qureshi, because if you did, she is an actress who might have played the role of a sports person but is not really a sports person. Thank God you did not say Tapsi Pannu. I mean,
uh,
okay. Gitch is saying Indian players are the most inconsistent and please manage Renuka's workload. Uh,
yeah, Lucas Wagner is
I
being
can't manage
managed
it.
on.
The team see the team clearly um, understands that, and we have seen that in the 2025 World Cup
Yeah.
as well. So that is something that I'm really not concerned about, because clearly from the Australia series in September itself, we have
Mm.
seen that the team is you know the team is pretty much
Close eye,
on the
keeping a
money
close
when it
eye.
comes to workload management of Renuka. Yeah. Git, she is not fit like Kranti and Aru. Aru also recently came from an injury. If you forgot, in WPL she was not playing.
Yes.
Cherney has been our best spinner in the last 1 year, and I think she's just, the more matured she gets, there are times, Gitch, where I can see, and I think Sneashish will also say the same, that she gets a little clueless,
Mm.
which is what I think with maturity that will start, becoming better. She won't be clueless, and that's where we can, get a better and a much accomplished spinner. I feel she has a long way to go.
I think
Medha,
one
people have,
one one thing that stands out for someone like MC Charani, I think she works on her game pretty well. I think she's
oh
a very
yeah,
hard worker
the
and she works on her game.
the amount of hard work she puts in batting, apart
Mm.
from bowling, tells you
Yes.
she's those typically first bencher
Mm.
students who will put in all sorts of work. That's
See the growth.
that's
She finally hits that six.
Yeah, and it was a clean shot. It was a
Yes.
clean shot. Medha underscore B25. People have been questioning Deepthi as a T20 player. Do you think the format is the problem, or is it the form? Your thoughts?
See, obviously, form is not there. Uh, if it was only because of the format, then she should have been performing in ODIs or maybe in the test in Australia. She
Yeah.
didn't do that well also in that case. So I think form obviously is not there. And I think when form is there, especially with the ball, at least I think Dipti is a different kind of a player across any formats. Yes, in this format, more than batter, I think the bowler Dipti is much more needed, and that has been
Mm.
a crucial part for India's success in T20s recently. As we talked about in previous several lives, about that triumph in England that T20s has in
Yeah.
2025. Dipti was one of the key factor in that, especially with the ball. With the bat, I think more than this format, in ODIs and Test format, you need Dipti Sharma the batter, but in this format, you need the bowler more. And that is why if you really want to send someone like Dipti at number 7, maybe I don't have a problem, because you want to send someone like Arundhati or someone like Kashbi ahead of her. I can clearly understand that in this particular format, because clearly in this format you don't want a batter who will come at around approx 15 or 16 over. She needs to take a few balls. You don't have that luxury to have that time get settled and then go for your big shot. So you have those time in other formats like ODIs and Test, but not in this format. So I think in that case I understand, but with the ball, I think she is a key factor and she is going to be key factor. I am pretty sure in England when the England series will be on and when the World Cup will be on, I think Dipti Sharma will be back and again she will prove that how important she is for this team.
Gitch says Deepthi has never batted well in T20s, but her bowling is a huge concern that the team is playing in Sri Lanka in the playing 11. Playing in two office isn't the right approach. Well, yeah.
So see, you don't have variety, right? You don't have a leg spinner in your squad, despite having few options. You don't have a leg spinner, and it is most
Don't
looking
even
like
bring
that
this topic up.
that you are going to another World Cup without a leg spinner that you are going to have. So Ensu will be there. There is no doubt about that. Variety, left arm spin, and obviously the improvement that she has shown, she will be there. Shreyanka Patil, I think obviously I know same kind of a bowler, but the batting, I think Shreyanka has improved her batting. Yes, in WPL we saw that few innings here and there. In for India, I think we are yet to see. But again, I think that she can chip in with the bat. And for Dipti, it's experience. Again, I am saying more than the batter, the bowler Dipti is needed. Experience is there, and she knows how to make comeback. She has done several times in her long career as of now, and I'm pretty sure she will do it again in England whenever the World Cup comes.
Absolutely. Uh, Sambhavi Gimre is saying, Trishade, is rain a probable for today? Will the match go on or will it be washed out? If I'm not wrong,
If everything is fine, then toss should happen in few seconds.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was searching if the toss has happened or not.
Hmm. But interesting, is this kind of a weather is there? I think any captain after winning the toss will opt to bowl first. I think under these conditions.
Ideally,
Hmm.
no, I'm not seeing it has happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So how is it that Aru also being a pacer like Renuka can easily bowl her overs, whereas Renuka struggles to play continuously? I think Aru's injury is better managed.
Hmm.
That's all. South Africa have won the toss and opted to field. Sorry,
Yeah. Understandable.
it is nothing that
Yeah.
surprises. Okay, light 16 PR. ए किसके PR हो भाई?
Light
हमारा हो
16.
जो. हाँ. What's wrong with Richa? She hasn't been performing from Australia series. Good
Ah,
question.
hmm. I think in Australia she could have done better. I think in these two last games, I can think okay the pitch was a bit slowish. That is why maybe she
Yeah.
struggled. But in
Yeah.
Australia, I think she could have done better. In Australia, the pitches were not that much of slowish. The balls were coming onto the bat, and I think she got opportunities enough. Especially if you see the Test and ODIs also more than the T20s, I will say in the ODIs and Test, I think she got opportunities. She could have done better. But again, I think with Richa, inconsistency has been a problem. I think she had a very good ODI World Cup campaign, I will say, with the bat, the important contribution that she came up, especially if you remember that Pakistan game. I think that was match winning contribution. Otherwise, we could have ended up with a below
Yeah.
par score and things could have been different. And just remember the way Sri Lankan games got washed off, due to rain. If we would have lost that game, things could have been completely different by now. That one star would have been missing from our jersey. So I think Richa has a good World Cup campaign with the bat
Yeah.
in ODIs, but after that I think she has struggled. But again, I am saying I'm pretty sure. I think me and Trishari have already said several times that in England she'll do well. I am pretty sure about
Yeah.
that. I think the ball will coming onto the bat, bounce will be there, and
Yeah.
and then if she gets to chance to bat in in the last 5 6 overs, she will definitely, if she gets going, she will definitely get you those crucial 30 40 runs in 20
Yeah.
22 23 deliveries, and that could have been a big difference when it comes to a T20 format, especially in a World Cup.
Okay, guys, the wait is over. The playing 11 is here. Jeez. Smriti Mandana, Shafali Verma, Jemima Rodriguez, Harmanpreet Kaur, Richa Ghosh, Bharti Fulmali is playing today.
Hmm.
Deepti Sharma, Kashvi Gautam, Arundhati Reddy, Shriyanka Patil, Renuka Thakur. So,
Kranti
Sri
gone.
Charni is not playing, Kranti is
Yes.
not playing, Anushka is not playing.
Yes. So
One match
Bharati
for
is it?
Kashvi, one
Yeah.
match for Anushka, one match for Kashvi, one match for Anushka. They'll play like this. So now
Yes.
Bharti has come in.
Yes.
But also, I
And that is
think
why
Johannesburg will be like the pitch will be faster
mm-hmm.
than the Durban pitch, and that's
That was
why so many pace bowling option. I was going to say pace bowling option. Sorry, guys, long
long
day.
day.
And the kind of things that we have to hear in the meeting, please, guys. But yeah, I mean, so I think. Good playing 11 again. I mean, I would have loved to see, and nothing against Herman. I'll say something and people will take it in the wrong way, and I don't care, but still I'll say it. Why not rest Herman? Just give that woman a rest, man. You don't want
Absolutely.
her
I
to be
think
unfit in the World Cup. And you have seen this overconfidence has somewhere, hit Aliza Healy.
mm,
She was she was half fit by the time the
yes,
important matches in the World Cup started, and you want your most experienced player to be there in the middle. If she's playing, then you want her to be there in the middle. So okay,
absolutely.
Sambhavi is asking, do you guys think players are overworking themselves? The missed catches, drop in form, just a thought. See, and this is completely what I feel. I cannot really give you any data, but I feel that nowadays the workload has actually increased than women cricketers are used to, right? So that probably is taking a bit of toll, is what I can kind of think. Medha is asking, do you think if Fulmali doesn't play in this series, she'll be dropped and Amanjot will come in? Medha, I think even if she plays, Amanjot is coming in. Sambhavi
Yes.
Snehashishda, if Amanjot comes in, this is a very good question. If Amanjot comes in, who will be left out, Bharti or Anushka? Because if Bharti does not get a game, she has got a game. It's better for Amanjot to replace her. And I think India are spoiled for choices. How they select the squad is up to them. But I don't know what to feel about it. Do you think someone can be a wild card? I will answer that. That last one I'll answer. Okay.
Mm,
Wild card I'll answer because I have a wild card in mind, I'll tell you. And
done.
the other question that Sambhavi asked is, do you think if both Anushka and Bharti don't get selected for the England tour, including the World Cup, one is Amanjot who comes in the other as a pacer, if yes, or who if Radha Yadav? Thoughts? So before you give your thoughts on Amanjot, Radha, and the whole thing, I think the wild card will be Pratika Rawal. Okay, guys. After having dropped a bomb, I'm just going to keep quiet and let Snehashish do the other. Okay.
Oh my God. Pratik all in T20s. Maybe. You never know. Let's see. Because the team management can surprise you here and there. You never know. But see,
I
I
don't think the
think
team.
for me,
Yeah.
yeah, for me, I think Amanjot Kaur comes in place of Bharati Fulmali. If you are asking me whether it's between Bharati Fulmali and Anushka Sharma, I will go for Anushka Sharma and Amanjot Kaur in place of having Bharati Fulmali in that flight. See, I think Bharati Fulmani has not been that much consistent, and if she was that much consistent and that much proven staff, then team management should have been tried and tested her as by now. This is her first game after getting a comeback in in that Australia too, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I still think the team management is not that much of sure. That is why they were delaying. That is why they were not trying hard in that position. But it's good that she has managed a game today. Let's see how she does if she gets an opportunity to bat. But as a more all round option, see, in modern T20s, you need more all-rounders. I think both Anushka Sharma and Amanjot Kaur is more all-round options. That Bharati Fulmali, yes. Maybe in terms of firepower, Bharati Fulmali might be 1 inch ahead of both of them. But again, just hitting one or two sixes more than anyone doesn't make her a better player. What I think,
Correct.
the one or two sixes more than a player in an average of difference of 5 games doesn't make that difference to a team.
Yeah.
I will take someone like Amanjot who can chip in with 20-25 runs in a regular manner, more than that with one
Correct.
sixes per game. I think
Correct.
that will be more
Correct.
beneficial for the team, along with her all-round ability, fielding, top class fielder, and obviously bowling is there also under England
Correct.
condition. If you see in the T20I series in 2025 against England, Amanjot got bowled with the new ball also, if I remember correctly. And she did well. She did well. And unfortunately, she got injury and then she was dropped again because of the injury. But again, she made a comeback and played the World Cup and blah, blah, blah. But overall, I think for me, Bharati Gulmani shouldn't get the chance to the World Cup, but let's see how she does today, given chance in this game.
Bhavna is saying, Trisha, the toss update. It's nothing new. We gave this update 2 matches
Copy
ago
paste.
as well. Yeah, copy paste. South Africa won the toss and decided to bowl first, and there's no over curtailing. So we'll have a 20 over game. Um, we'll have a 40 over game. Sorry,
Oh yes.
20 each side. Yeah. Sambhavi is asking, Yastika is fit now. I think according to her Insta story a few days back, will Yastika come in for Uma Chetri? That would be a
No.
good swap, I believe. I think it would be a very good swap, but Yastika has no cricketing this thing, no?
Hmm.
After she has made
Has
a
not
comeback.
played
So,
the game. Hmm.
yeah. Himlata Sonowal is saying, Himalata, sorry, Sonowal is saying, in T20, Fulmali is better option than Anushka? No, not really. I think Anushka can hit big as well as run well, as well as she's a good fielder. So, yeah.
And also can chip
Himlata,
in with one, giving chance.
yeah, yeah, correct. Very important. Himlata Sonowal, we don't have finisher. Fulmali is much B. We have to see today if she does well. So, yeah. Mr. Cool Dhoni, Harman the superstar will win another World Cup for us for sure. I mean, क्या बोलते हैं वो आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर, and we will be there in England, so we can also officially declare that we are the ones who are lucky for the Indian, lucky mascot for the Indian women's team. They have been getting to the finals, not winning, so that way it is absolutely super for us, and most importantly, we get great numbers in our coverage, so our sponsors are also happy. So overall, it's win-win. If India can win, because I think semifinals is written all over, but after that, two good games.
Yes.
Sambhavi Trishadi, I think Jemmy is practicing bowling in the nets. In the montage released by BCCI, Jemmy was with the bowling team. I think in the huddle, the main batters like Smriti Harman were absent. Yeah, I think she indeed has been practicing bowling. In fact, Sneha, she spoke to her coach, who also said
Hmm.
that she has been practicing bowling. But yeah, it hasn't worked out, right?
Hmm. Yes.
I mean, worked out in the sense it's not like she's bowling badly, but nobody is giving her the ball, including her
And we
own
were
friend.
we were quite hopeful to see her bowling in WPL only. Now she
Yeah,
is the captain of the
because she,
team,
she
and
was the
so
captain.
yes, but still she didn't bowl. So let's see when we can see finally the Jamie Mother bowler.
Right, Mr. Cool Dhoni, who should be part of T20 World Cup squad out of Nikki Prasad or Anushka Sharma? None, and nothing
Yeah,
against them. They're very talented, but not this World Cup. Next World Cup for sure, both of them.
definitely.
Yeah, hope India wins today and keeps the series alive. Honestly, I don't care about the series result. I would be more worried. I mean, I would be more interested
Individual
in saying
forms.
yes, absolutely. Bhavna M. Reddy, toss at 9. Sorry. You wrote it at 9:38. So sorry. Sambhavi, Trishadi, in other countries, the selectors or the coach or the captain answers why some players were not selected or why some were dropped. But in India, why are these reasons not given, or are they given and we don't know about it and they need accountability? Am I overreacting because here is no clarity? I don't know. No, no, you're not overreacting, Sambhavi. The thing is, we do ask in press conference, but mostly, the answers are if you ask about a particular player not playing, not being included, oh, we have faith in her, we are talking to her, but not in the doesn't suit in this combination, will be of course their integral part. I think what has happened over the years is the accountability part has become a formality now. They
Hmm.
know there will be a press conference, they're ready to face the media, and I think they generally know what is the kind of answer we want to give. So yeah, I mean, uh, it is what it is. Okay, Apurva Bagria is saying, why do you think Radha Yadav and Amanjot Kaur, both all rounders, are not part of T20 series and looks like might not be part of T20 World Cup squad? I hope that's not the case with Amanjot. Radha, I would still say, see, with Radha, I think, yes, she bowled well in WPL in phases, maybe, but in general, Radha for me is more of a. I
Radha
don't
is
think
only
that.
now having champions luck. Everywhere she is playing, she is
Yeah,
winning trophy. I think for
yeah,
that
that's
reason
true.
only India might take her.
Yeah. Right, Mr. Cool Dhoni. I am pretty sure that Richa will play superbly in England. Yes. Um. Eh? Gish is saying, who was that cricketer with similar last name as Renuka who used to play for India before? She used to bowl well, but I haven't seen her much since the Ireland tour last year. Saima Thakur.
Yeah.
No, Saima isn't. I do. I mean, who is Saima going to replace? Is the question. Mr. Cool Dhoni, Deepthi is a fighter. Hope she performs up to expectations very soon. I think dropping her impacts her confidence badly, so it shouldn't be done. Instead, she should take advice from senior. She is senior. अब वो की कौन से सीनियर के पास जाएगी, वो खुद ही तो सीनियर है.
I
And the
आईने
other
में
thing is, I'm
आईने में देखो सेल्फ टॉक करो सेल्फ टॉक टू मोटिवेट योरसेल्फ.
but also, no, no, Mr. Cool Dhoni, you got me wrong. I'm not saying drop her. I'm saying give her a break. These are two
Yeah.
very different things. Dropping someone means you are saying you're not good enough, so we are dropping you from the team. But Deepthi, somebody should go and tell her that, look, you are absolutely an integral part of the playing 11. But because things are not working for you, why don't you take a game, calm
Just
yourself
take a break.
down, do self talk, come back? Uh, Light 16 PR. Gitch, are you talking about Simon Thakur? Yes, she was talking about Simon Thakur. Kriti Agarwal, what about getting Radha back in teams? Don't think so because she's not going to give you the bowling option. I don't think Radha in England as a bowler is a good choice. But you never know. Medha underscore B25, Harmanpreet Kaur again back to losing tosses. As long as she wins tosses in important matches, I don't care. Mr.
Yes.
Cool Dhoni, the pitches in South Africa and England are completely opposite except the bounce, so the bad performance on this pitches is not a concern. See, the team is also experimenting. Three different T20Is,
Mm.
three different playing 11s, so it's fine. Gitch, yeah, I guess Saima Thakur. Mr. Cool Dhoni says Shikha Pandey and Rajeshwari Gaikwad should be part of T20 World Cup squad. Their
Bro, it's
experience matters a lot. The more
2026.
Light 16 PR. True, as a fan of Harman, she needs rest. No, I'm saying this practically. I'm just saying that you have
Yes.
to protect your assets, which is where I feel, especially because it's hot, and definitely the South Africa pitches or something is hard where players are picking up a bit of injury. That is where you like Harman doesn't need to be in this tour. Like, what is she proving? There's nothing to prove, right? So why have her? Can Pooja Vastrakar make a comeback for T20 World Cup? No, I don't think so.
No.
Sharanya Haldar, Trishadi, Pratika, reason as a backup opener we have Uma. Pratika, because it's just a gut feeling. Nobody has told me anything, you know. It's just that I have a gut feeling on the fact that I do know that the management does have that trust factor with Pratika. So which is where I feel, they might get in Pratika. You never know. If they don't persist with someone like Anushka, I won't be surprised.
Mm.
Um, what Shikha Pandey, did you see her WPL performance? She was so bad, and she has never won a final. Mr. Cool Dhoni. Pratika has an excellent quality of running so well between the wickets and hitting in the gap, so she can be considered at least as a backup in T20 squad. She's also a good fielder and decent bowler. See, these are the reasons that I also thought, but there is a separate reason. As I said, the trust is factor also matters. Gitch is saying new update. Sophie Molinu might be injured for first few games of World Cup, and so Talia Magra might lead the team. This has been confirmed almost. Talia Magra might quote in Oz in World Cup. Sorry, captain. But Gitch, I think this was confirmed the day Sophie Molinu was selected as the captain. That she will be injured and somebody
Yeah.
else has to do the captaincy. That's there. That is
Still,
where
it's a
I kept
mystery.
saying, yeah,
Still, it's a
that's where I
mystery.
kept saying, give the captaincy to Alice Perry and just get
Yeah.
over with it. But clearly, CA is not listening to me. So, yeah. Let's go then. Watch the match. And we are
Yes,
back, Snehashish. We
absolutely.
have done a 1 hour show yet again.
Yeah. Yes. Thanks to the delay, they are in join us, but that helped us a little bit. Yes. Okay, G Stegen saying Tyler will lead them. Yes, let's see
Hmm.
what happened. What happened? Let's see.
Also, by the
Okay,
way,
thank
one
you guys.
over has been bowled, and South Africa team has also changed. Sorry. Uh,
Oh,
we are finally going to see Kyla Reneke. We are finally
she's
going to
back.
see Kyla Reneke in place of Anneke Bosch. I was thinking about this,
Mm,
and Ayanda Lubi has come in place of Ayabonga Khaka.
okay, understandable. Kaka played 2 games.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't think
yes,
they're going to drop Sekou Kone when it comes to
yeah.
playing against India. You saw the logic that I gave. Guys, you guys did not see that. Go run, read the review and come. Done.
Yes. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for all the lovely comments. Definitely, let's watch the game. Hopefully, India can win this and stay alive in the series. Though the result of the series doesn't matter at all, because ultimately the big picture is the World Cup, the preparation for the World Cup, and you need your individual top players to be in top form. That
Yeah.
matters most. Hopefully, some of the big names perform to their best today, and that can help India to register a win. Thank you, Tushadi. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Let's watch the game and let's meet at the post match show. Till then, take care and enjoy the game. Thank you.